Is it possible that just a bottle of soft drink could take the world by storm? This question arises when a brief moment of a global idol, KimTaehyung, or familiarly called VBTS, managed to make all eyes not blink just because he was holding a Coca-Cola in an unusual way. It's as if the world is momentarily at a standstill, social media is on fire, and millions of army hearts all over the earth are shaking for no reason that can be fully explained by simple logic. How could just a touch on a glass bottle cause such a storm of emotions? How could a fleeting moment invite millions of comments, global trends, to make international brands smile with pride? These questions are the beginning of a long story that is not just about advertising or promotion, but about how a man named Taehyung was able to turn a small thing into a legend in modern pop culture. It all started with a simple appearance, a photo shoot that was initially not very publicized. Taehyung stood with his calm face, sharp but gentle eyes, a slight smile that was barely visible. In his hand, a bottle of Coca-Cola that seemed ordinary to most people. But for the cameras, for the fans, and for anyone watching, the way Taehyung held the bottle was not the usual way. There is elegance, there is style, there is mystery, as if he conveys a message that can only be understood by people who faithfully pay attention to every detail of his movements. The bottle is not just a bottle, it becomes a symbol. It becomes a link between a brand that has ruled the world for decades with the face of an idol who in the last decade has become a global icon. The reaction that appears instantly is no small thing. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, to online forums that are usually full of ordinary crowds, suddenly filled with only one topic: the way Taehyung holds Coca-Cola. "Why does it look like she's holding a jewel?" asked a Twitter user. "I can't stop rewatching that 5-second video. There is something magical," wrote a fan from Brazil. "Is this still advertising or is it already art?" Another comment came from Japan. "And most often it sounds, 'I can't blink.'" The sentence resonated, as if everyone felt the same. An invisible magnet of simple movement. I ask, all this just a coincidence? Or was it carefully designed by a global marketing team that knew full well that Taehyung was a symbol that could sell anything with just one glance? This question invites lengthy speculation. Some Korean media outlets have suggested that Coca-Cola deliberately put the focus on Taehyung because he is considered a face that never fails to captivate audiences across ages and across cultures. But there are also those who say that the moment is almost spontaneous. Taehyung is just being himself, and the camera just happens to capture the side that makes it all look iconic. Whatever the answer, the result is obvious. The world is captivated, sales are rising, and Taehyung's image is increasingly irreplaceable. If we look deeper, why is the way a person holds a bottle so important? The answer lies in who the person is. Taehyung is not just a boy band member. She is a symbol of a generation, a fashion icon, and a face that is always in the spotlight of the entertainment world. Her every movement is analyzed. Every detail of her appearance becomes the subject of conversation. When he walked in the airport, the world asked what the meaning of the scarf he was wearing. When he smiles in concert, millions of cameras try to capture him from different angles. And when he held Coca-Cola, the world suddenly asked, what is the meaning behind it all? It didn't take long for this moment to go viral. The hashtag Taehyung Coca-Cola is trending in various countries, from South Korea, Indonesia, to the United States. Videos of a few seconds are watched millions of times in just a few hours. Coca-Cola itself did not seem to expect that this simple moment could become the subject of global discussion. The official Twitter account said, "When Taehyung holds Coca-Cola, the world stops." The sentence makes more people curious, more people talk, and the bigger the wave is created. On the other hand, the reaction of fans did not stop only at the comments. Many re-edited the video into artwork, made illustrations, and even wrote poems about the way Taehyung held the bottle. Some said, if Michelangelo had lived in this era, he would have painted Taehyung's hand with Coca-Cola as a masterpiece. That hyperbolic line may sound like an exaggeration, but in the world of K-pop, where even the smallest detail can take center stage, it feels very real. Beauty is not only a matter of a grandiose stage or expensive costumes, but also of a small moment captured at the right time. However, will this moment just pass by? Or will it be the start of a major, deeper collaboration between Taehyung and Coca-Cola? Speculation began to emerge. Several international media outlets have reported that it is possible that Taehyung will be the official face of Coca-Cola's next global campaign. Imagine a Korean idol leading a global campaign for such a big brand. What would happen if true? Will its sales explode beyond forecasts? Or will it create a new trend in the world of advertising, where an artist becomes not just a model, but a living symbol of a product? The questions don't stop. Even in fan forums, the discussion widens to the symbolic meaning of Coca-Cola itself. Coca-Cola is known as a symbol of happiness, refreshment, and celebration of life. When Taehyung held it, it was as if there was a new layer, warmth, mystery, and undefined attraction. Fans are wondering, is this a coincidence? Or is there an implied message to be conveyed? Does Taehyung want to say that happiness can be found in simple things, like a bottle of drink? Or is he just showing the elegant side of something that usually looks ordinary? If pulled back, Taehyung is known for his ability to turn small things into big things. On many occasions, he fascinates fans with just the way he walks, the way he greets, even the way he laughs. There was something in him that made everything seem artistic, as if he didn't have to go to great lengths to become iconic. Coca-Cola is just one of the latest examples, but certainly not the last. The world has already learned that when Taehyung is present, unexpected things will always arise. What is the impact on Coca-Cola itself? Obviously very large. This brand has long been trying to maintain its image in the midst of global soft drink competition. Holding a figure like Taehyung is a strategic step to reach the younger generation who are always hungry for authentic and full of charm. Moreover, with BTS's incredibly broad fan base, Coca-Cola seems to have a shortcut to the hearts of millions of people around the world. But more than just a business strategy, this moment shows how the power of Asian pop culture is now truly dominating the global stage. If in the past, iconic advertisements were decorated only by Hollywood stars, now it is the turn of K-pop idols to take over the role in a no less grandiose way. This moment also gives us a lesson in the power of detail. In the age of social media, small things can be big, trivial things can make headlines. Taehyung only holds Coca-Cola, but the impact is beyond anyone's expectations. As if the modern world is always waiting for little things that can be used as conversation material, inspiration material, and emotional material together. And when that detail comes from someone like Taehyung, it becomes not just a momentary conversation, but a small piece of pop culture history. Now, all that remains is the big question. What's the next step? Will Taehyung be officially announced as Coca-Cola's global ambassador? Will there be a new, more grandiose ad, with her in the limelight? Or will this moment live on as a spontaneous legend, an unexpected event that fans will always remember? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The world will never forget the way Taehyung held Coca-Cola. And as we close this story, the question again arises, is it true that just one bottle of water can change the world? Or is it really not the bottle that matters, but the hand of who is holding it? The world has given the answer. And the answer is, when the hand belongs to KimTaehyung, then everything, no matter how small, can be something that makes everyone unblink.